My name's David Cockshott. I'm the head of corporate sales for Npower. Npower is a supplier of gas and electricity, both to domestic users and business users, right the way through from SME all the way up to the very largest industrial customers. There are a multitude of factors that can affect energy price. The root being things like gas prices, oil prices and coal prices. So they're the obvious links because they have an obvious and direct relationship to the generation costs. There are also other elements that are affecting prices, such as system constraints as to whether or not we physically have enough energy and whether we can generate enough. There are also other factors that are affecting the price of energy, such as the ageing nuclear fleet and how that's going to be replaced, what technologies are going to be used. Drives for greater efficiency are putting additional costs on some generators in terms of their emissions and their emission targets. The price of carbon and carbon emission certificates are also having a knock-on effect on the cost of power. One of the issues that we're facing is the determination on what is counted as green energy. Customers traditionally have just purchased levy exemption certificates, and that's been a tick in the box for them as being counted towards renewable energy and seen as a good PR statement. The regulations surrounding that are somewhat confusing at the moment, but almost certain to change. Therefore, some of the customers are looking towards dedicated power purchase agreements where they're buying specific blocks of power from dedicated renewable generators. And of course, a flexible contract will allow you to embed those purchases within your risk management strategy. A fixed price, fixed term contract is exactly that. You've got one decision, you make a decision when to buy for a specific period of time, and that's it. And that could be a good decision. It could be the cheapest moment in time to buy all of your energy requirements, which is great. However, it might not be. It's a lottery. And equally, once you've made that decision to fix, there's nothing you can do about it until next time you're ready to renew that contract. Whereas a flexible purchasing contract allows a multitude of decision makings. A normal fixed price contract often looks at only 12 or at best a 24-month horizon, whereas a flexible contract can look out as far as 60 months. So one can start hedging some of the exposure and some of the risk that you face in a volatile market much further out on a flexible contract. We've worked with Encore quite closely in developing the more flexible element of flexible contracts. A flexible contract, when it first started in its first iteration, was simply a block purchasing arrangement. It's moved on since then to allow various other features, such as day-ahead purchasing and price resetting, that have enabled customers to properly manage their price risk exposure, and Encore have been at the forefront of some of those developments. It's given us as a supplier an insight into what the market is wanting and how the market is developing. So by working with Encore, we've been able to sort of lead the product development aspect, and those products are now becoming mainstream that all customers are desiring. I certainly see value in working with organisations such as Encore, because the market hasn't stopped evolving yet. There will be further changes, perhaps a move towards some of the financial instruments and embedded those within supply contracts, and I see the likes of Encore being able to help us with that.